So since I'm the host today, I get to decide what we're going to talk about. So I did want to talk about. Did you guys see the Ant-Man trailer?
No.
Yes. I did.
So the reason why I want to talk about this, there is a interesting rumor abounding in the comics, and I wanted to read this, and then I thought it was interesting from the fact of where the MCU is going, where it may die. But a new rumor claims that recently reported reshoots for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumanium are being done to insert Marvel's trademark cheap laughs and lame jokes into the film. Earlier this month, Paul Rudd was reportedly photographed on location in Los Angeles filming reshoots. Looks like he's carrying something. I don't know. Um, for all its virtues, the Marvel executives did allegedly have one problem with the cut Peyton Reed delivered. Apparently, it deviated too much from the Marvel formula. That is to say, it had a compelling story and narrative structure that would keep fans engaged, but what it apparently didn't have was enough jokes, laughs, and trademark Marvel lightheartedness. That then is what the reshoots reportedly are aimed at doing: add jokes and cheap laughs into a by default serious movie with heavy themes, or to make it more lighthearted and fun for the masses. So the reason why I wanted to mention this is because I feel like this is a very typical thing with studios, and I'm using the MCU's example, but that the original MCU was doing something new and different, and it worked. And now that they've done that, you end up with a new class of executives that go in and say, well, you can't change nothing. You can't change this. You can't change that, right? And next thing you know, you've got this formula where they're just shoving stuff in by committee. And I think this is what happens to just about, I feel like almost every IP, whether it's just the next sequel or whether it's a large sprawling thing like this. It's just like these studio executives, I don't know if it's cowardice or just too scared to try anything new or worry about damaging the brand and all that. And then I look at it and go, well, if you're so worried about damaging the brand, then why do you make things like Velma?
So
Yeah.
just to cut in for a second there, Cecil has just texted me, and I invited him if he wanted to join us for a few minutes. If you guys don't mind.
The more the merrier, man.
Oh, never mind. He says he can't. He's getting ready to go out the door anyway. So
Yeah,
sorry about that.
stop teasing us with this shit.
I didn't know. He answered
Just,
like
if,
as soon
if he if he
I was
actually wants
moist
to
and
get
everything.
on, then you tell us.
Oh well. I wanted to make sure nobody minded. I didn't know if you had wanted to be like laser focused today or something. So I didn't.
So I'm just saying that it's a weird thing because I was not going to watch Velma. I wanted to talk about Ant-Man a little bit, show the cowardice of studios, and I'm wondering if Velma is just the same cowardice, or if it's. I watched an episode, and like half of the second episode, I couldn't go anymore. I had no interest in it other than we just kept hearing about it, and people kept talking about it, and I was kind of shocked that the mask was just completely off, and they just went full absolute racist. Just white people, you are born wrong, and just by being
Okay.
born a certain way, you are bad. That is the message that. Now, I thought we went through the whole civil rights to kind of unlearn that idea that you don't get born a certain way. It's your actions and all that. It's not what you look like. But apparently, though, that's no longer it. Hollywood has decided that they've got their new race that they hate, and it's white people. And they are, you have, there's nothing you could do. You were born wrong, guys. I'm sorry.
Might as well
Oh,
lean. Might as well lean into it. That's what I say.
I know
Yeah.
well, you were doing that. You were doing that before it was cool.
That's
I might
true.
just start calling myself an Aryan then rather than just a white man. Just go full on.
I
Well,
was really shocked,
there were-
and I don't
there
know
were-
who this is for.
I don't either, man. I was.
It's rated very R. I mean, there's mostly nudity in it. There's
Aren't they supposed to be college kids? Or
Fish-
something, though?
I can't. Oh, high school, I think.
Wow.
No, I think
I
it's
mean,
supposed to
it's
be
like
college.
if you're growing up. I mean, Scooby Doo was fun when you were a little kid.
Is Scooby Doo even in it?
No.
Nope. I don't understand. I mean, this is very adult, and adults are not going to want to watch this. I had no interest in it, and it's not for kids because there's too much stuff in there that they shouldn't see. So I looked at the Google score, and I was like, even on Google with the ratings, they do in the searches, it was like the bars, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 star ratings, and you have the graph, and the graph of the number one was all and all the others are just like one yellow pixel.
Brilliant.
I'm like going, what? I don't understand what these execs are doing, or what they're so afraid of, or why they want to piss off the audience, or why they're throwing money at things that will clearly not make them money.
Did you see Razor Fist's video from a few weeks ago where he argued it's go broke then go woke? Did you guys catch that video?
Yeah, I did,
No.
and I saw. I think he had some points there. I have to refresh me on it. But he was like, "This is not a bug. This is a feature of wrecking everything." But I'm like, people are turning away from it. They're canceling Disney. They're canceling their stuff. I don't see how it's sustainable. I guess I don't understand.
But they keep doing it though.
Yeah, they do.
I saw Screen Rant actually done. They sent a tweet. They've written an article, and apparently the show was review bombed. And
Yeah, of
everyone was
course.
like, come on, man.
It's
You can't keep blaming review bombing every time a woke piece of shit crashes. People
No,
just don't like
it's
this.
the children that are wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's the
I mean,
nonsense.
I haven't watched it.
it's
I didn't
it's
watch
those-
this. I saw Velma was like a black lesbian. Shaggy is now black and called.
no.
There's
Velma
no
is,
Scooby Doo in it.
Velma is not black. She is a Latinx.
Oh,
Actually, I think she's
No.
Indian.
Indian.
Because
that's
she's
right,
Mindy
close.
Kaling.
Yeah, that's
Mindy
right.
Kaling stand-in.
right.
She's a I think there's a term for that, Matt. I can't for the life of me.
I don't know.
I don't either. It seems like I've heard on these crazy far right wing websites like Telegram there's a term for that, but I would not know such a thing myself.
Well,
Isn't
I mean,
Daphne's Chinese as well or something, isn't it?
yeah,
that
redheaded Chinese person. 'cause
Oh yeah,
that
the
is a thing.
most natural thing in the world, a redheaded Asian.
Irish Asian.
Yeah.
It's
It's Chung O'Malley.
Well, I was listening to Drinker the other day. They were like, when we first hear about these things that they're going to reboot some product, we come up with these insanely for jokes, they'll probably make her a lesbian, they'll probably make him black, they'll probably do. It's like they actually did that. Like the things that we make fun of, they actually do those things, and you go, okay. I mean, the lack of self-awareness, I guess, or they're just so in a bubble. Of course they made all these changes. Of course they did all these check boxes. I'm not even mad anymore. I'm just kind of like going, I'm just waiting for, the pin has been pulled on the grenade. I'm just waiting for it to go off at this point.
Well, they've already ruined everything that we love the most. So at this point, like, what do we even care what they do with everybody else's favorite property anymore? And I don't.
I actually want them to.
I'm not trying to be mean. It's just like, well, we're already like the battered wife. So what do we care what happens to the?
No,
I want them to do more of it though. Do
Yeah,
more.
me too.
Well,
Accelerate.
It'll end.
Accelerate. Yeah.
Well, I'm waiting for them to do something where it's so contradictory that it makes so little sense that the racism just eats itself. And I'm thinking of something like the Beverly Hillbillies, like dumb, stupid rednecks, but you make them all Indian or something. It's like, it will be like a racism, singularity where it just blows up in everybody's face.
We're starting to see that though already, but it's starting in the gay community with the trans and stuff. They're already like eating each other, and like the gay women are angry at the trans women because they're claiming to be women and lesbians, and
who are angry at the feminists.
Yeah.
So I saw the male Miss Universe, the trans Miss Universe.
Oh yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, isn't this another guy taking a woman's job? Are you going to tell me about the pay gap again? Would you support this?
Men proving once again that they're so superior, they're even better at being women than women are.
Apparently. I mean, all of it just, I'm not even mad anymore. I'm just getting to the point where I'm going, this is, you just want to get the popcorn out. You just want to see what the final, it's like when you watch like a Roland Emmerich disaster movie, you want to see everything just, Statue of Liberty, everything just get destroyed at this point, or the White House. It's like, that's why I wait for everything to just finally explode in this big giant ball of wokeness.
Aren't you grateful though that with at our age that we've grown up with all the stuff that we've grown up with, and we've got that massive back catalogue that we can just go back to every time, and we don't even have to pay attention to any of this stuff.
Yeah, luckily,
that's true. And one of the things I've been noticing on some different channels is that I'm seeing people that are because really you get on there and you like anything in the last 10 years. I mean, how much of it is really rewatchable? Like all the stuff that we grew up with. You could put it in and you could put in Die Hard anytime you can watch it. You'll be perfectly happy.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, how much of the stuff even the stuff that you say is really good, and some of the stuff that I've said is really good, do I really want to rewatch it? It's like it's not those kinds of movies where I just want to go in and rewatch it. So people are like going, well, I got to find something to watch. And so I'm seeing all this stuff where people are finding stuff from like the 30s and the 40s and the 50s and kind of rediscovering some of the golden age of Hollywood. I find that kind of fascinating that there is a young group of people that are kind of finding stuff that is much older and much different from a different era and a different way of thinking that they're connecting with. And I'm more power to them. I hope that becomes a trend and continues, because it's like,
you know what I think that is though, Yoda? I think because the people that were initially this whole woke thing, they're obviously getting older now and more mature. And they're realising that the world isn't as they've been led to believe it is on Twitter and on the news, and things are actually a lot different. I think they are turning to the past to realise that actually things weren't as bad as they've been told. Things are actually 10 times better than what they are now.
Well,
that seems optimistic to me. I don't know.
You've got to leave it home.
It might be optimistic, but I think there's always kind of a snapback with these things sometimes. But, you look at like Avatar 2, and it's just empty. In the end, it's just totally empty, and you're not going to go rewatch that.
I've seen friends on Facebook, and even this broad that I've known since high school was like, Avatar 2 is so wonderful. Oh my God. And I said, it's literally the same movie set in water. No, it's not. Have you ever... Wait a minute, let me get that. No, it's not. Have you ever seen the original movie? And I was like, is this satire? Are you being funny? Is this a joke? No, it's not a joke. It's a great movie. What are you talking about?
It's pretty hard to understand her with all that corporate dick in her mouth, isn't it?
Yeah, Avatar show's shite.
I can't believe
it's making so much money though.
Is it? I thought it went like lost. Oh, is it? Did it have a temporary
coin in it?
Oh God,
Mankind was a mistake.
Man, I used to really like James Cameron so much, or at least his work. Now I wish that. Never mind.
Oh, he's on empty. But I mean, that's my point. It's like all this woke stuff, it's just so empty. All of it is so empty, and it doesn't have any lasting appeal or any lasting value.
Well, even if Avatar 2 was zero woke, it's still it has nothing to stand on.
No. Well, I mean, I called it boomer woke, right? Because it's not like dealing with pronouns; it's dealing with wailing, which is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
it really it is like racism bad, wailing bad, environment good,
Yeah.
Hole in the ozone layer. Am I right?
Yeah. Native Americans, the ocean. Yeah. All the woke are calling. Hey,
Yoda.
we've moved on to pronouns. Dumbass. Come on.
Yoda. It's not Native Americans. Use the
sorry.
prop.
What is it?
Indigenous losers. I've told you this.
I walked into it. Thank you for watching this excerpt from Outpost Frequencies. Tune in live every Sunday at noon Central Time or 6 o'clock UK time. And also, remember to come to lastmovieoutpost.com for all your latest in movie news, streaming news, and everything cool about film. We are the cool news now. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next stream.